His daughter actually appeared before his eyes. He could hardly believe what he was seeing. To confirm that it wasn't just a hallucination, he asked his wife if she could see their daughter too. She confirmed that she could. So the code world really did exist. Nick thought his life could return to its former happiness, but what he didn't know was that because of his tampering with the save file, his wife, who had lost her memories, began experiencing mental issues. Even the objects around him started developing bugs. His wife began exhibiting strange behavior. She even believed their child shouldn't be there. Faced with these anomalies, Nick had no choice but to consult the professor. But the professor's wife told Nick that her husband had hanged himself 2 months ago. Only then did Nick realize that because of his code manipulation, the system had identified the professor as a bug and fixed him. To change everything, Nick developed a program capable of infinitely replicating simulation worlds. He planned to sneak into the school to find the quantum computer. Unfortunately, he was discovered by an administrator who was about to call security. Nick, desperate, knocked the administrator to the ground and took his access card. Nick loaded his program into the quantum computer and started it running. To avoid being caught, he left and returned home. As the quantum computer program ran, the entire world gradually began to change. On the bus, Nick witnessed an elderly woman flickering in and out of existence as she walked toward the bottom of the bus. People around him began to distort. When he got off the bus, he saw something even more bizarre. Daytime instantly turned to night, and then back again. The trees on the street cycled through all 4 seasons in an instant. When he arrived home and was about to enter his room, he suddenly saw himself walking in through the front door again. Now Nick's only concern was his family. Everything around them began to collapse. Even his wife's face started to distort before returning to normal a second later. The family could only hold each other tightly. Even celestial bodies in the sky began to collide. As the entire world went dark, the server crashed and the simulation world began to reboot. From the Big Bang to the birth of the universe, tracing through the nurturing and proliferation of life on Earth to the evolution of human civilization, everything repeated itself just as the program had set it to do. In the final scene on the beach, when Nick's daughter asked to play by the shore, Nick asked her to leave her toy monkey behind. This action prevented the tragedy from happening. Nick finally succeeded in changing his destiny. Thinking about it deeply, could our world also be just a simulation of what we perceive as reality?